Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. Since 1983, they've been serving the country, and we like all their financing, giving the people what they want, what they need, what they love. Come and join the family that's here for you all the way, from birth to graduation, your first job to your home and your car through your golden years.
The GT Credit Union has been actively supporting nation building through its many sponsorships and the programs including financial literacy quiz, Pass the Torch Calypso program, junior cooperatives in secondary schools, CPEA, and the TAPCC grants. The credit union has helped many people make their dreams come true. Let them help you with yours. You don't have to be a teacher to be a member. So what are you waiting for?
GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
This is the GBN television news for today, Thursday, March 12th, 2020. In the headlines, first case of COVID-19 confirmed in Trinidad.
Families self-quarantined in Petit Martinique after Yachty's visit restaurant.
President of the Trades Union Council accuses Health Minister.
Plus, in the sports news, skiing competition is set to return to the Karani James Athletic Stadium in the form of the Ariza National Champs on Saturday. Do stay with us. We'll be back with the details.
This is GBN, the nation's news leader. This segment is brought to you by Quartz Grenada Limited.
Why not stay in? Turn off the alarm clock and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz. For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
Hello everyone, this is News at 7. I'm Kenroy, Baptiste.
And I'm Beverly, Telesford. Trinidad and Tobago today confirmed it has recorded its first imported case of COVID-19 after a resident returned from Switzerland on Monday. During a press conference on Thursday, Trinidad and Tobago's Health Minister Terence Dale Singh announced that a 52-year-old individual who resides in Trinidad and Tobago had been placed in isolation since Wednesday.
We now have the presentation of the first positive case. What we continue to say is, fortunately, it was an imported case. There seems to be a significant amount of isolation around this person, but it continues to evolve. We certainly continue to tell people there is no need for panic. We're telling people just continue to use your wits about you, use your common sense, and at this stage there is nothing that is concerning us for us to take any further steps.
Well, people within the state of Grenada are on heightened alert as the sister isle of Petit Martinique reports the quarantine of 2 on Thursday. During a press conference hosted by Minister for Carriacou and Petit Martinique Affairs, as well as Legal Affairs, Kindra Matthew Stewart, and COVID-19 Coordinator Dr. Tyrone Davis, the announcement was made.
Report an update to all of us.
Yes. Good morning to the listeners on the various platforms. On Tuesday, March 10th, 2020, a yacht came into Petit Martinique without going through the proper clearance procedures. It is further reported that one of the passengers on board was ill. It is reported that the ill person on board recently had a heart surgery. That passenger did not disembark and remained on board. The passengers that came ashore ate at the Palm Beach restaurant. None of those passengers who came ashore displayed any symptoms of respiratory illness. Therefore, the risk of contracting respiratory illness to any persons that were in contact with those that disembarked the yacht is very low. However, out of an abundance of caution, the COVID-19 coordinator of Carrico and Pitimatnik, Dr. Davis, recommended that the waiter who served the group go into self-quarantine. The waiter, along with family members, are currently in self-quarantine. We will continue to update the public if any changes occurs. Thank you.
We have asked the
Minister Maturin Stewart says they have requested the assistance of the Raw Grenada Police Force in the matter.
Police force who are stationed in Grenada to be extra vigilant and to up the surveillance with respect to that. And we're also asking the members of the community of Pitimatnik to assist us in that regard. So we have spoken with the parties and they understand the need to be in self-quarantine. The police is alert and the police is aware, and we expect that those measures in place and the persons in self-quarantine will remain there for the required period.
With the coronavirus hitting closer to our shores and with a number of deaths recorded as a result of the deadly virus around the world, funeral agencies are leaving no stones unturned when it comes to preparedness. Chrislina John visited the Otway Bailey Funeral Home today to find out what they are doing should they be faced with a corpse from the virus.
Undertakers are among those preparing for the imminent arrival of COVID-19. Some have begun making adjustments to the way they handle the bodies of those who died from the virus. Marcus Bailey, director at Otway Bailey Funeral Home, says as much as possible they practice universal safety precautions. For this purpose, they have implemented certain preventative measures that employees and customers ought to adopt.
We encourage our employees to use hand sanitizers. We are trying to limit our contact with people, so we're currently in a handshake-free zone. Downstairs in the view room, we've also put up signs asking people to avoid touching bodies, and if you do touch, you sanitize directly after that. And we've also erected signs in the washroom asking people to please wash your hands before exiting. Right? Upon entry to deal with any one of our funeral arrangers, there's hand sanitizer in the office. We sanitize before, and we ask you to sanitize before you leave the office.
Added to this, Bailey says for removal and mortuary staff, they have introduced longer gloves, additional gowns, plastic gowns that goes over the existing gowns to ensure added protection.
For pickup points, once we're handling bodies, full body suits will be worn along with respirators, so staff will be protected, because one of our main concerns is that our staff is properly protected on the job, because all our staff have children, so you get infected on the job and you go home and then it moves on to your families. So we try our best to make sure that our staff is always properly attired to handle situations that might occur in here.
As it relates to how long a body of a person who died of the coronavirus should be kept, Bailey says discussions are being held. However, they have not yet reached a decision.
Well, in terms of keeping a body, right, that section of it is going to be discussed. We've been having meetings with different organizations. Well, actually, we had meetings with NADMA, and we've had meetings with Health Department, right? And they are putting steps in place to determine exactly how long bodies will be kept. Once that has happened, or if it's going to be a situation where somebody dies as a confirmed coronavirus case, we will possibly do an immediate burial. Right? So it's basically it's up to them, where whatever the government decides to do, we'll be working along with them and try and see how fast we can get the process running.
Chrislina John, GBN News.
Now, St. George's University says it is following guidance for institutions of higher learning to stem the spread of COVID-19. as such classes have been suspended. We have more in this report.
Classes at the St. George's University SGU have been suspended and students advised to return home for the next 4 weeks until further notice. A press release issued by the university on Wednesday says the action is a precautionary measure against the spread of COVID-19. SGU's statement says it has been closely following the global outbreak of the coronavirus, including its recent characterization as a pandemic, as well as the potential implications it may have on its True Blue Grenada campus and the larger community in Grenada. The statement says, and I quote, that while at this time there are no confirmed COVID-19 cases in Grenada, the safety and well-being of students, faculty and staff and the larger Grenada community are of paramount importance to us. Our goal is to make prudent decisions that reflect our commitment to the ongoing safety of our campus community and that of the people of Grenada, unquote. SGU has decided to encourage all international students on the Grenada campus to return home, with the situation being re-evaluated by the 15th of April. According to the release, students will only return to Grenada when it's well advisable and the global pandemic has stabilized. Some students and faculty, both local and international, will remain in Grenada, and the campus will remain open for all who continue to reside there, with full use of campus facilities. The university says it will continue to operate the campus in Grenada with full staffing, with no change to current employment status, pay or benefits. These actions are taken out of concern for students, faculty and staff, and the desire to maintain public health in Grenada in light of this rapidly changing situation. In addition, SGU says it is working closely with the government of Grenada to assist with preparations for enhancing the public health infrastructure on the island. There are no confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Grenada. However, countries in the Caribbean, such as Cuba, Jamaica, Guyana, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Trinidad and Tobago have reported confirmed cases. Tony Julien, GBN News.
GBN reached out to Health Minister Nicholas Steele about the decision made by the St. George's University. He told GBN government appreciates where the university is coming from, although they don't fully support the action taken.
Their motivation is to relieve the Grenadian health sector of as much burden as possible, and also to look after the health and safety of their own students, and that recognizing that some of their students would prefer, although there is a widespread community breakout in the U.S., some of their students would prefer to return to their homes to wait this storm out at home rather than here in Grenada. As well, they have also committed as a conscious social partner here in Grenada to the immediate purchase and delivery of 25 additional ventilators for us to use in support should we, or the inevitable outbreak of COVID-19 here in Grenada, and also are interacting with us on any of the other things and support that we need.
Regarding reports that medical personnel in hazmat suits were seen removing 2 students from the SGU campus, Minister Steele had this response.
That's a dramatization, not in hazmat suits at all. Medical personnel responded with masks, regular surgical masks or so, to an individual who had said they had flu-like symptoms. They examined the individual, etc. They gave the individual the medication for flu-like symptoms, and just asked the medical, I believe, asked the individual to avoid classes for the next couple of days or so with the flu-like symptoms. But they did not see it as, from all of their reporting, as a possible COVID-19 case at all. It's just out of an abundance of caution. Everybody's a bit uneasy from the time somebody says they're sneezing. So they went that way, and that's all that it created the wrong impression on campus also. Rest assured that if or when we have a case, whether it's at SGU or anywhere else in Grenada, we will most definitely notify the public.
This is News at 7. Still to come from us, Health Minister addresses Andrew Lewis's accusation. We'll be back.
Angie, don't you know that you should not fly kites near electrical poles and wires? You should only fly it in open areas. If the kite gets stuck, it can cause power outages throughout the village.
Then I'll just pull it down, Johnny. Simple.
No, you shouldn't do that. You can get shocked. You should call Grenlec at 237 and they will come and help.
Alright.
Never fly kites near the power lines. If your kite ever gets tangled, do not attempt to remove it on your own. A message from Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
One bad vibe and I'm out this. No, you can't stop this. We're out to get it with Lucas. Day and night, yeah, we're on this. I know you want this. Come on and taste the energy. Day and night, live your Lucas life. Live your Lucas life. Come taste the energy.
Good vibes only. Lucasade. Taste the energy.
This Saturday, March 14th, it's Ariza National Champs. Kirani James Athletic Stadium. See local clubs from St. Vincent and schools compete to be Ariza National Champs. Exciting relays, 400 meters, 100 meters, and more. Come support your school, your club, or your favorite athlete. Admission $10 and start time 10 a.m. It's Ariza National Champs 2020. This Saturday, March 14th at Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Sponsored by Ariza Credit Union.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 70 channels and 12 in HD. All for $200 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then call Waggy T Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, gray and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Chivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444-RENT. That's 444-7368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grand St. George.
My name is Ed Southgate. I'm from West Tech Building Products in Calgary, Canada. We supply St. Louis UPVC windows with a North Americanized European window system, as well as a slider system that's for residential homes. The commercial system is good for hotels, hospitals, any commercial buildings, as well as high-end homes. Our products are all tested to a AMA standard, which is the North America standard for windows and doors. Our PVC also has 10 parts TiO2, which is high in the industry, that we feel gives it the longevity that he requires because of the harsh climate that you guys are in for sun and wind and rain. Westec Building Products has partnered with Mohammed from St. Louis UPVC to offer him one of the higher end products that are available in the marketplace. This is my second visit here, and we check the quality of the product and the way their processes are to ensure they follow the standards that we set when we first came here over just almost a year ago. And I think that with that quality, you can be assured you'll have the performance in the windows that you're looking for your homes or businesses that are available now right here on the island.
Why not stay in? turn off the alarm clock, and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz. For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
Use clay, it washing cleaner than ever. Oh mama, oi, oh mama, oi. In every household, must have it, oi. Highly effective, stain removal, lemon freshness, antibacterial washing powder. Fresh and clean. When I put on me clothes, me must win. When I wash me clothes, no other detergent could ever wash me clothes like this.
Now buy 3 bottles of Clay's dishwashing liquid for only $8. Available at Best for Less Supermarket, Eat Fresh Supermarket, M&C Jones Supermarket, Home Pride Supermarket, The Food Fairs, Carenage and Grandance, Roberts Enterprise, Springs Food Mart, and Charlo Supermarket.
Other Clay's products available: hand sanitizer, fabric softener, hand washing liquid, dishwashing liquid, and toilet cleaners. Distributed by Fortune Foods Company Limited, Tempe St. George.
It's the Digicel Ministry of Youth Development, Sports, Culture, and the Arts, Silver Sands Grenada, and the Grenada Broadcasting Network. Grenada Top Talent Finals. Grenada Top Talent Finals. Saturday, March 28, 8 p.m. at the Spice Basketball in St. George. Come see the very best talent in Grenada. Carrie Kwan, Pity Magni, singers, dancers, musicians, spoken word artists, magician, and more. One big show. Saturday, March 28. Spice Basket. Tickets available from Go to Fair. All Digicel outlets, Gittins Healthcare Pharmacies, and Grenadian Optical. Supported by The Closet, Eugene Gittins Production, Expert Production, Mount Agnes Recording Studio, Stick to the Plan Entertainment, The Grenada Film Company, Sonics Production, WeFM, Protonic Solutions, Mr. Smooth Audio Production, Mr. Irvin Simon, The Siesta Hotel, Tropical Catering Services, and Sky High International Sound. The Digicel Grenada Top Talent Finals, Spice Basket, 8 p.m. Saturday, March 28. Anything else can wait. Wait.
News at 7. During Tuesday's post-cabinet briefing, Minister for Health Nicholas Steele told the media his ministry met with officials from the Grenada Trades Union Council to discuss a response to COVID-19. However, President of the Trades Union Council, Andre Lewis, says that meeting never took place. More details in this report.
The health minister says the meeting held last week followed a written request by the GTUC. He described the meeting as successful.
The ministry did meet with the Trade Union Council. Permanent Secretary met with a delegation. The reports back from the meeting or minutes of the meeting were quite positive in terms of the Trade Union Council stands ready to interact and participate in our preparations. So we welcomed it. I welcomed it last week, and as far as I'm concerned, it continues to go well.
However, during this morning's To the Point program, President of TUC, Andre Lewis, says the minister's statement is untrue.
And I heard a repeat of GBN news that was carried last night. And in that news, the Minister for Health also almost said help. We really need help in truth. Indicated that the Grenada Trades Union Council met with the Ministry of Health sometime last week on the matter of the coronavirus. I want to say that this is the furthest from the truth.
Lewis categorically stated that the union is yet to receive a response to 2 of their letters requesting a meeting.
As a matter of fact, we wrote the Minister of Health on the 24th of February requesting certain answers to some concerns that we had. That was of concern to not just the TUC, but the labor movement and the population as a whole, as to what was being done to help protect our country from that threat. We then followed up with a letter addressed to the Minister again on the 3rd of March and proposing to meet urgently on the 6th of March. As we speak right now, Blossom, we have not had even an acknowledgement from the Minister of Health to our request to meet.
The minister was contacted on Thursday to clarify exactly who he held the meeting with. This was his response.
Well, I heard what he said, and it's unfortunate what he said. And also, I would say, in particular, my postcard announcements were recorded, so you can go back and hear them. And I said that we were already meeting sectors of their membership, etc., and so on, that I most definitely welcome a meeting. I said that publicly, because they are partners in this. He went on the radio this morning and said because I hadn't written him back as yet, or he hadn't received a letter back from me as yet, that my statements are incorrect and I'm lying. I said I'm willing to meet them. I said that we are already meeting with some of their membership. The Ministry of Health met with the Public Workers Union, which is a member of the Trade Union Congress.
The GTUC president says they are in support of certain positions taken by government as it relates to restrictions of travel to certain countries, the return of nationals, and quarantine of persons showing symptoms of the virus. A meeting was scheduled for earlier this afternoon. However, Lewis is requesting to have a one-on-one discussion. Christina John, GBN News.
As Grenada and the rest of the world continue to look on and prepare for the spread of COVID-19, economist Dr. Patrick Antoine is warning of the significant impact the virus can have on the country. Sherian Blackman-Stephen has this report.
Economist Dr. Patrick Antoine says the spread of the coronavirus can have severe economic impact on Grenada. Speaking on Monday's Beyond the Headlines program with host Odette Campbell, Dr. Antoine spoke of what can be expected with the St. George's University used as an example.
If the epidemic continues to be unchecked, and if we don't find a vaccine soon enough, it is likely to lead to a severe downturn in our global economic growth prospects. And today we're seeing prospects which in the medium term, if there is no check to the spread of the disease, which could see economic growth cut by about half, from 3.3 to about 1.5%. So it certainly can do that.
Dr. Antoine believes that the continued spread of COVID-19 has the capacity to bring about a global recession.
While the St. George's University and the Ministry of Health are doing an excellent job at this time, if the disease continues to spread unchecked, it could have some long-term, medium to long-term effects on the way in which we recruit students from Asia. And certainly the way in which the university conducts its business, where it brings in big groups of persons to do familiarization tours, etc. So that both in respect of education services and tourism, if it unchecked, we could see some drastic effects on our economic growth performance.
Speaking with GBN on Thursday via telephone out of Trinidad, Dr. Antoine said that if measures are not in place to contain the spread of COVID-19, that there'll be a major loss in productivity and economic growth. He pointed to the fact that SGU accounts for 21.7% of Grenada's gross domestic product.
If the U.S. reaction is severe, and that's my first scenario, it could impact us based on what we see now and what we know. But I want to say again, this could change. But based on the scenario that we're looking at now, the impacts through tourism and through SGU on a severe reaction by the United States could be impacting us in the vicinity of about 1% of GDP. And we've looked at this essentially by looking at the impacts on the rental sector, properties, and we've assumed that there would be a 6-month lag in people taking up rentals. We've looked at the impact on distribution on car rentals. We've looked at the laundromats and other related services, such as restaurants and bars, etc. So we're talking about 1% of GDP.
Tony Julien, GBN News.
Mental illness continues to affect many people. In this evening's GBN Health, my colleague Rina Pear speaks with a senior medical officer in the Ministry of Health on mental illness in men.
Signs of mental illness in men are sometimes overlooked and can result in severe depression and even suicide. Statistics show men die by suicide 3.5% more often than women. A study also shows men experience a higher rate suicide than women. Senior medical officer with responsibility for mental health, Sonia Nixon, says mental health in men can stem from a number of reasons.
Our men, even for simple things, they don't really visit the doctor, they don't do a lot of the stuff that they're required to do. And we're seeing, as a result, more men appearing to be mentally ill. We're asking our men every day to be a man. What is that? Does it mean that I can't cry when I feel sad? Does it mean that I may not become depressed? Does it mean that I don't have other illnesses like bipolar illness? There may be a family history of mental illness.
Dr. Nixon believes the norms of society outlines that boys should not express their emotions, and the stigma relating to mental illness in men can be detrimental to the nation's men. She spoke of some of the signs families should look for.
If you see your family starting to act strange, becoming very isolated, being a little paranoid, doesn't want to sleep inside, not trusting, not accustomed to eating your food, they think you're poisoning them, they believe things belong to them, that really doesn't, they believe they're God, they believe they're hearing God, that they have, there are a lot of changes in behaviors. Or they might just become very isolated or just very irritable. Or you might see people, staying by themselves and crying. Once there's a change in the normal psychological and emotional behavior that is manifested, it raises a red flag.
The senior medical officer says treatment for the illness varies according to the mental disorder.
So families first have to accept that this is a possibility, even in my family. Even in my family, and that's where, killing the whole stigma starts. Mental illness is just another sickness. We often think that I am not going to Mount Gay. Mount Gay is where the mental health services are, where people are trained and experienced and willing to give the support that we require. Or sometimes you can just go to your family doctor.
For GBN News, I am Rina Pear reporting.
GBN Health is brought to you by Gittins Healthcare.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Brentwood, and Central Deputy Street, Wall. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Still to come, SMC launches Spice Mass 2020, and Economist says Spice Mass 2020 may be significantly impacted. This is News at 7. Stay with us.
This Saturday, March 14th, it's Ariza National Champs. Kenroy James Athletic Stadium. See local clubs from St. Vincent and schools compete to be Ariza National Champs. Exciting relays, 400 meters, 100 meters, and more. Come support your school, your club, or your favorite athlete. Admission $10 and start time 10 a.m. It's Ariza National Champs 2020. This Saturday, March 14th at Kenroy James Athletic Stadium. Sponsored by Ariza Credit Union.
There is currently no vaccine to prevent coronavirus disease 2019 or COVID-19. The best way to prevent illness is to avoid being exposed to the virus. However, everyday preventative actions to help prevent the spread of COVID-19 disease include washing your hands often with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. Always wash hands with soap and water if hands are visibly dirty. Use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer with at least 60% alcohol. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth mouth. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze with a paper napkin, then throw the napkin in the trash. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects and surfaces using a regular household cleaning spray, a wipe or paper towel. Eat lots of colored fruits and vegetables to help boost your immune system. This reminder is made available by Grenada Paper Products, manufacturers of Royal, Quick and Easy, and Horizon paper towels and napkins.
Join the Spice Boys on the journey to Gold Cup 2021. March 25th at the Kenroy James Athletic Stadium. Grenada versus Martinique. Gates open at 5 p.m. Game time 6 p.m. Lots of giveaways and surprises. Get there early. Tickets $20. Kids over 12 half price. Kids 12 and under enter free. Grab your tickets now at Grenadian Optical, Chucky's Bar, Big Shop in Brentford, and online at gotofan.com. Sponsored by Glenelg, Sandals Grenada, Coca-Cola, Powerade, and Carib. Powered by our alliance partner, the Grenada Cooperative Bank. March 25th, Kenroy James Athletic Stadium. Mark the date.
Use Clay, it washing cleaner than ever. Oh mama, oi, oh mama, oi. In every household, must have it, oi. Highly effective, stain removal, lemon freshness, antibacterial washing powder. Fresh and clean. When I put on me clothes, me must win. When I wash me clothes, no other detergent could ever wash me clothes like this.
Now buy 3 bottles of Clay's dishwashing liquid for only $8. Available at Best for Less Supermarket, Eat Fresh Supermarket, MNC Jones Supermarket, Hope Pride Supermarket, The Food Fairs, Carenage and Grandans, Roberts Enterprise, Springs Food Mart, and Charlo Supermarket.
Other Clay's products available: hand sanitizer, fabric softener, hand washing liquid, dishwashing liquid, and toilet cleaners. Distributed by Fortune Foods Company Limited, Tempe St. George.
Coming to Grenada.
One of the most spectacular concert events in Christian music. It all happens 7 p.m. Saturday, March 21st at the National Cricket Stadium.
Featuring 5-time Grammy-nominated and 7-time Dove Award winner Karen Peck and New River.
From the American television show The Voice, Emily Ann Roberts.
From Canada, the amazing music from the Titans.
From the island of Jamaica, the talented and gifted Foster Triplets. Plus, the best of Grenadian gospel artists.
Again, this all happens 7 p.m. on Saturday, March 21st at the National Cricket Stadium with some of gospel music's finest, Karen Peck and New River,
Emily Ann Roberts,
the Titans,
the Foster Triplets,
and more.
Tickets sold at all ticket outlets. Proceeds go towards enhancing youth work in Grenada.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 70 channels and 12 in HD. All for $200 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Spice Mass Corporation is in festive mood as it held its official media launch for Spice Mass 2020 today. The launch highlights what should be expected for the carnival season and how the public can be a part of it. Rena Pear has more.
It was all about culture today at the National Stadium as Spice Mass Corporation held its media launch for Carnival 2020. The corporation displayed various aspects of Grenada's culture at the event while informing the media of its plans and changes for this year's festive season. CEO of Spice Mass Corporation, Kelvin Jacob, says that while the theme for this year is the same with 2019, they will be focusing on a different aspect of Carnival.
Now, the theme for Spice Mass 2020 rolls over from last year, remains Spice Mass Many Events, One Carnival. This year, however, we will be focusing on our traditional mass. We'll be placing more emphasis on our traditional mass and making sure that the presence of our traditional mass is felt in our festival.
Registration is already open for persons seeking to host events, while vendors who wish to do business for the season will be able to register in the month of May. Jacob also spoke of other scheduled plans made by the corporation.
Carnival City, the venue was changed to Tantin Hardcourt. This year it remains on Tantin Hardcourt. However, we are going to be moving back to the Thursday nights rather than the Friday night. And Carnival City starts off on the 21st of May. So again, this year, all our shows will be produced. Tenders already went out for proposals for the services of creative directors for the said purpose. Juve continues to be a work in progress, and as ACP spoke to it already, we want to improve on it significantly this year.
The CEO stated that the corporation also found solutions to some of the problems faced in 2019.
We are putting structures in place to make sure that the marshalling is adequate for the purpose of moving the bands along the way. So we do not have lag time between the bands and we have trucks breaking down on the road, etc., and have bands 2 o'clock in the morning waiting to cross certain points and people getting fed up and going home. So we're really trying to work on that this year. So we are encouraging the bands who are going to be registering for Monday Night Mass to work along with us, especially with the trucks.
The corporation also pledged to be one of the safest and unique carnival in the region. For GBN News, I am Rina Pear reporting.
This story to report, economist Dr. Patrick Entwine, addressing the hosting of Carnival in August, which was launched on Thursday, said that the COVID-19 pandemic is so dynamic that if the United States, Europe and other countries continue their trend in closing borders to travel, Spice Mass 2020 will be impacted.
There is no response that I can point to globally that gives me a sense that we're handling this crisis in the best way that we can at the level of governance. President of the United States' reaction, for instance, was quite alarming to many. And I think we need to start looking at other countries having reactions that are similar to President Trump's and look at what the impact of that is going to be for us.
Dr. Entwine told GBN government should be cautiously monitoring the situation daily.
A very dynamic situation which raises much concern for us. And if this is not checked, we may have to do as Michael Julien suggested, and have a second look at evaluating whether we continue with the festivities closer to the end, to the middle of the year in August. We're talking about Carnival. But we need to be monitoring from moment to moment. This is quite serious.
Assistant Commissioner of Police Jessamine Prince says band operators will be held responsible for their members if they are found breaking the law as it relates to nudity and indecent exposure. The officer explained that each band signed an agreement with Spice Mass Corporation and will be held accountable.
All of the band leaders, all of the people that are going to be involved in mass and have been registered and so on, they sign an agreement. There is a document that they sign to, and there are rules and so on governing what the expectation is in terms of the delivering of mass. And they will be held accountable to that dimension. The expectation and the hope is that those persons who sign on to that, they would allow or they would execute in accordance with the document that they signed to. So anybody that is within the organization or within the mass band that is displaying or that is behaving in any way that is contrary to law, then of course that would take a different approach.
ACP Prince said that while they are there to enforce the law, officers will not be seen entering bands removing masqueraders because of nudity or indecent exposure, but rather a different approach will be taken.
Approach is going to be very simple. If you sign to an agreement and you said you're going to do something and you fail to do that, there can be legal action against you after. You know, you don't have to run to do everything right there and then, and some person's pocket can hurt them if you found to be breaking the rules when you sign and agree to something. So you have to look at it from that angle.
All right, let's cross now to this evening's GBN Eyesore. Compliments Clear Vision Eye Center.
A rare sight to behold in the middle of the city on a Thursday. Though the pictures are perfect, our eyesore reporter thought it was rather unusual to find the Melville Street in St. George's almost vacant on a usually busy midday. You can send in your photo and video submissions via our social media platforms. A good eye captures all. GBN Eyesore is brought to you by Clear Vision.
You know us, but we knew. You feel at home with every visit. An experienced team offering personalized courtier service and trendy brand name lifestyle products. We're changing the vision care landscape one customer at a time. Clear Vision Eye Center. People and technology coming together to help you see the world with a clearer vision.
Still to come, Grenada observes World Kidney Day. Stay with us.
How going on, boy? Hey, good old things. Hey, easy. Yeah. Boy, in line, boy, your house looking a real good day. Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service. Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy. Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
It's new, innovative and classy, and a cut above the rest. Your one-stop shop for bathtubs, kitchenette, customized doors and windows, and even a new paint job. We also sell quartz and solid surface countertops. At M&N Hardware, we offer best prices, excellent service, efficiency, and reliability. Visit us at Dusty Highway, Grandin, St. George, or call telephone number 440-6757. M&N Hardware, from foundation to roof. Let's build together.
Grenada, 1795. One man with a sense of destiny.
Tonight we stand our ground. Tonight we stand on the side of history.
14,000 slaves with a dream and a promise. Julien Fedor, a Heritage Theatre production, written and directed by Chris DeRiggs. 28th and 29th March, 4th and 5th April at the Trade Center.
The Republic is about bread and justice. There'll be little bread and even less justice.
Julien Fedor, an action-packed historical drama.
No, Julien! If you harm a hair on her head, I will cut you like a dog and pin you to the stocks in Duquesne Bay. Bring it on!
4 big nights of theater. The play the nation has been waiting to see, with Samuel Gilvey, Lisa Grappy James, Robert White, Dale Devine, and other top-of-the-line acting talents. Opening Saturday, 28th March. Get your tickets now.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Grenada's #1 track and field event is back. The Inter-Secondary School Championships is back at the Karani James Athletic Stadium. You must be there. Experience the intense rivalry between athletes of our secondary schools on the track and in the field. Blame yourself if you missed the first ever Republic Bank sponsored Intercall 2020. Blame yourself if you miss a day of exciting action on the track. Be there every day, day 1, 2, and 3. The 53rd Intercall Championships, day takes place on March 31st, April 1st, and 2nd, starting at 9 a.m. each day. Come, let's celebrate the inaugural Republic Bank Intercall. Come on, families. Come on, past students. Come on, school-based supporters for the return of competition on the track and in the field, because Intercall is back.
Today, Thursday, March 12th, is observed as World Kidney Day. It's being held under the theme, Kidney Health for Everyone Everywhere, from prevention to detection and equitable access to care. More in this report.
World Kidney Day focuses on preventative interventions to avoid the onset and progression of kidney diseases. Ann Hopkins, member of the Board of Directors of the Grenada Patient Kidney Foundation, says dialysis is a very expensive undertaking that the regular patient cannot afford. Presently, there are about 20 patients receiving dialysis.
They are severe, because they are end stage. The kidneys are not functioning. The kidneys is out of function. So therefore, the life-saving thing is to put them on dialysis, whether it's through the abdomen or through the vein. But they are receiving, and it is like 3 times a week. But because of the expense of dialysis, it was $750 before. Now it is, I was told, it is $697. It is $695. So do you know 695 multiplied by 3 times a week, multiplied by 12? How much is this? You do the math yourself and you will understand how costly it is.
Recently, government announced that they were going to decrease the fees to patients. Hopkins explains.
Yes, we had at one time December, I think it was December, $3,000 per patient. But now I think it goes back to $1,000 because the other $2,000, I am told, I don't know how accurate this is, that this will be going to buy medication for the patient.
So it usually is $1,000.
It usually is $1,000, and the Kidney Foundation gave $750, but now it is $695. So we'll be giving $695 to each patient.
Hopkins says what they want is for people to take care of their health. This year, presentations are being made to various groups with emphasis on high blood sugar and its effects on the organs. Prislina John, GBN News.
Stay with us. We'll bring you the weather after the break, followed by the sports news.
It's detox time again at Nirvana Natural Health Clinic Detox Center. The festive season is over, so let's start 2020 looking and feeling like a boss with our many body cleansing options. Purchase detox products as low as $50. Purchase detox combo packs as low as $100. Receive 10% off on all in-house colonic irrigation treatments. Take control of your health now. Don't delay. Call us on 231-6642, 418-7115, or 449-7753. We are located in Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area. These offers are valid from January to March or while stocks last. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic Detox Center. Detox your way to health.
Tropical shipping is fast and reliable. Always on time, safe and affordable. Friendly staff here to connect you. Tropical worldwide, you must get you. Shop online and you get it on time. Hassle free to meet your deadline. Consolidate any size, any load with tropical shipping, so we ship everything. I can't wait to ship with tropical. I can't wait. No package too big, too small. I cannot wait to ship with tropical. No package too big, too small. Just ship with tropical.
Local agents, George F. Huggins and Company, Grenada Limited. Telephone number 440-8787, or visit our website at www.tropical.com. Email us at grenadasales@tropical.com. Tropical Shipping, committed to island life.
And so it begins, a journey like no other. Jungles so lush, they make emeralds jealous. water that sparkles like diamonds. Mountains with more facets than precious gems. This is where good times are had, where love is strengthened, where memories are formed. And when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will never fade. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
Esplanade Mall St. George's, Maurice Bishop International Airport, and Sandals Grenada Resort. Telephone number 230-1023.
Keeping an eye on the weather, this is GBN. We've got you covered.
Weather for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique valid for tonight and the following 3 days. Weather tonight, mostly fair with a low chance of a brief, isolated shower by early morning. Tonight's minimum temperature, 24 degrees Celsius. Winds east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas moderate, waves up to 7 feet in open water. A small craft advisory is in effect. Tides low at 11:30 p.m. and high at 5:15 a.m. Sunrise tomorrow morning, 6:17. Weather for Friday, March 13th, mostly fair with a low chance of light showers by evening, accompanying partly cloudy spells. Weather for Saturday, March 14th, partly cloudy with a medium chance of brief light showers by mid-afternoon. Weather for Sunday, March 15th, mostly fair with a low chance of isolated morning and nighttime rain. Time now for your sports news with Tony Julien.
And sporting fans, the Karani James Athletic Stadium is expected to come alive over the weekend. Over 400 athletes registered to participate in the Ariza National Championship. Public Relations Officer Kwame Hippolyte for the Grenada Athletic Association is saying more than 90 events will go down as athletes seek to earn a place on the national Carifta team, and as well as qualifications for other regional meets.
Well, we have to go just before that, and the Athletic Association is mandated to have to host a national championship every year. So we're mandated by World Athletics to ensure that we have this event for athletes and for competitors to display the athletic talent they've been training for that time. So we must have this meet. That's one meet we are obligated to have every year.
Hippolyte notes that National Champs is used as a precursor to various other events and is also mandatory for the Grenada Athletic Association.
Oftentimes, athletes in many other countries, they are mandated. You must compete at your national champs in order to qualify, in order to get onto the national teams, even if you would have had the fastest time in the world. So that is how important the national champ is. And so, as the Athletic Association, we will have tried to ensure that we have the championship over the years to meet our obligation, but more so to have the athletes put their talent on display.
This year, national champs will be held for just one day, which is Saturday. The Grenada Football Association, GFA, has taken the decision to postpone all upcoming friendlies and football matches. People who have purchased tickets for the match Grenada versus Martinique on the 25th of this month, March, are being asked to return the tickets to the outlets of purchase for a refund. Now, as of Friday, all local tournaments, women under 15 and under 19, and national teams training are suspended until further notice. The Grenada Football Association will continue to monitor the COVID-19 and will adhere to the national guidelines. All clubs and coaching staff are being asked to adhere to the guidelines provided. Meanwhile, in the north of the island, at the Rosehill playing field to be exact, another round of the matches were witnessed in the Ital City football tournament. Kenroy Gatti Redhead, who is one of the organizers, gives now a rundown of the results from the matches played from last Friday to present.
Friday, we had a second game and we had Rosehill and Elite and River Sally. River Sally winning that game 2-1. Then on Sunday, we had Samaritan coming up against Shell Crochet, and Crochet winning that game 3-2. Then we had Paradise coming up against Rosehill, and Paradise winning that game 3-1. Then we had Giant Boys against Reject, and Reject winning that game 9-0. Then we had Desert FC, that's Snell Hall, coming up against Paws, and that game ended up 2-2 apiece. Then last night we had Rosa Strikers coming up against St. David Legend, and Rosa winning that game some 2-0. Last night we had North Stars coming up against Tivoli Lion, and Tivoli Lion winning that game some 6-1. Tonight we have Elite coming up against Desert FC, that's Snell Hall.
Trinidad and Tobago Red Force facing the Windward Volcanoes at home in the Brian Lara are taking the fight to their opponents at Day 1 as Day 1 came to a close. And despite a devastating bowling spell from Grenadian Preston McSween, who captured 3 wickets for just 29 runs at an economy rate of 2.07, Red Force still fought back through crucial partnerships. Kyle Hope scored 54 runs after being joined at the wicket by Jason Mohammed, 45, before another partnership brought the Red Force from 151 for 5 to 277 for 5 after 80 overs. You had Jahid Gooni unbeaten on 76 and Imran Khan 6-3 not out. The latest sport report there for you, but of course do stay with us. When we return, it'll be with a recap of tonight's major stories.
Now for a recap of the headlines. First case of COVID-19 confirmed in Trinidad.
Family self-quarantine in Petit Martinique after Yachty's visit restaurant.
President of the Trades Union Council accuses Health Minister.
Plus, in the sports news, keen competition is set to return to the Karani James Athletics Stadium in the form of the Ariza National Champs on Saturday. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight.
Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Beverly Telesford.
I'm Kenroy, Baptiste. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night.
The following is a press statement on the imminent release of the Government of Grenada WRB Arbitration Award. The International Center for Settlement of Investment Disputes, ICSID, on March 4, 2020, advised the parties, Government of Grenada and WRB, that the International Arbitration Tribunal, set up to rule on the matter of whether government should repurchase WRB's shares in Grenlec, and if so, how much government should pay, expects to issue its pending decision during the week of March 8, 2020. The public will recall that in the year 2016, the government, in undertaking its constitutional duties with the help of the World Bank through the ISERA project, passed a new Electricity Supply Act and a new Public Utilities Regulatory Commission Act. These provisions were made for the purpose of regulating the cost of electricity to consumers and for the purpose of encouraging the use of alternative means of generating less costly electricity, including households generating and using their own electricity, while selling any excess to Grenlec at prices set by the Commission, which the company has vehemently resisted, among other things. The substantial owners of Grenlec, that is, Grenada Private Power Limited and WRB Enterprises, Inc., who own 50% of the company, took issue with government's initiatives, claiming that government was in breach of the share purchase agreement, which was executed by the Nicholas Brafitt administration in 1994, and which agreement required the government of Grenada to buy back WRB shares if certain events occurred, including the passage of certain laws, a natural disaster, or the fall in the value of the EC dollar. WRB then demanded that the government repurchase all WRB's shares in Grenlec within a stated time period. Government has denied that it was in breach of the share purchase agreement and in any event refused to repurchase the said shares at the exorbitant price which was called. Moreover, the share purchase agreement, which was signed in 1994, made any repurchase of Grenlec a penalty on the citizens, as it made the repurchase price more than twice the real market value. As a consequence, the substantial owners took the matter to the International Arbitration Tribunal in Washington, D.C. in the year 2017, in accordance with the provisions of the share purchase agreement. The matter was heard in June 2019, and its pending decision is due to be delivered this week. The decision will in one way or the other pave the way for the quick implementation of the laws and regulations, which are expected to bring tremendous benefits to the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique, as the cost of electricity is expected to be reduced, with homes and businesses being able to produce and use their own electricity. Unfortunately, these benefits for our people are now being delayed by Grenlec's actions in the local court. While WRB may have forced majority shares in Grenlec into government's hands, Public Utilities Minister, the Honorable Gregory Boyne, said, and I quote, "The government maintains that it has no intention to run Grenlec, but it will ensure that the policies and laws are followed to reduce the cost of electricity for individuals and businesses, as well as to meet Grenada's commitment to renewable energy use, a requirement for Grenada to access the hundreds of millions of dollars already earmarked, and more," unquote. The preceding was a press statement on the imminent release of the Government of Grenada WRB Arbitration Award.
The 2020 season of SGU Knowledge Bowl comes to you in association with Grenada Cooperative Bank. Additional support